So my favorite memory from LDub, I would have to say, there's so many that I could name, but junior year I was in LDub Live and I ran around in a bald cap and was psychotic, and it was great and it was so much fun. So I loved that.
My favorite memory from LDub has to be all of the spirit assemblies that we do and watching all the students and the teachers just embarrass themselves and our great drill team and cheer.
My favorite LDub memory would have to be when Julius Wang gave his campaign speech for ASB president.
My favorite LDub memory would have to be the AP Government field trip this year. Mr. Dawson's two AP Gov classes. We drafted a bill on composting for Washington State, and then we traveled down to Olympia, the capital, and we sat in front of a committee and told them about our bill, and we got feedback on it.
So my favorite LDub memory was probably the day last year that we had the pep rally and the lip dub in that same day. We all got here super early in the morning, and I feel like it really just united the school because we had so much school spirit.
What's my favorite memory from LDub? That's really tough. I mean, 4 years here have really been, instrumental in, creating the person I am today. But maybe my favorite memory was winning state with the boys last year over in the Tri-Cities. It really kind of paved the way for my senior year to be what it was. I had an incredible senior year, and seeing all those seniors come together on that trip really was important to me, and it was just a blast, and putting up the banner for the Kangs. So yeah, that was my favorite memory from LDub.
Some advice I would give would be to make sure you go to every sports event, every lip dub, every poetry slam. Like, there's so much fun, and it's great to see all your fellow Kangs.
My advice to next year's student body would be to make close friends with your teachers and appreciate them for who they are.
So my advice to the student body is to just have fun and be nice. And your senior year, sometimes you just gotta put down the books, go jump in the lake and get some ice cream because you need to take a break and you're only gonna be with these people for so much longer. So take advantage of that.
The term come together is often used and thrown at people, and it's not really easy to understand, but as a senior class, I felt like we came together really well, and it was something that was really tangible that we could accomplish, and something that I hope that the underclassmen accomplish when they're seniors, because when people say, hey, we need to come together on this issue, and it's something you can really do in high school, and it's a great feeling to have. Spending time with people you wouldn't expect to spend time with is, it's a great thing. So come together would be my advice for the next year's senior class.
More than anything, be yourself, even if it's not mainstream and it doesn't fit into any mold, because that's what's going to be best for you and what you're going to be best at. It's happier, healthier, and more successful.
Advice I have for next year's student body would have to be when looking into colleges and applying to them, don't apply to them because of the name, because of their standing. Apply to them because they're a good fit for you and they're going to help you develop yourself into the best person you want to be.
So something I wish that I did in high school, I wish that I made more time for myself. I think it's really hard to do that in high school. You're so stressed out with a million bajillion different things, but I think it's really important to make time just to relax and give time to yourself and do the things you love.
In high school, I wish I'd been a part of a play or two. That seems like a good time, and the drama department always seems to be working hard.
I honestly wish I would have been more involved with leadership. This past year I helped run the school talent show, and it was just an amazing experience to communicate and just have such stellar results and work with all the students. I really bonded with a lot of people, and it boosted my self-confidence and school spirit.
One thing I wish I did in high school, which might not be the best thing for all you kids, but for your sanity I think it is, because you're going to spend a lot of time hitting the books, writing college essays and whatnot, but there have been times where people are doing stuff and I'm doing homework, and it's not all the time, but I wish I took those opportunities and went and hung out with my friends or did something spontaneous instead of doing homework, because you got a long life ahead of you. There's only a couple of years where you can just have as much fun as you can when you're in high school.
My future plans, next year I will be going to Montana State University. I'm so excited. I can't wait to explore the mountains, go fly fishing and run around like a crazy woods lady. It's gonna be great.
After high school, I plan to attend Fordham University in New York.
My plans after high school, I will be attending the University of Denver and shredding the gnar. I hope to major in some sort of biology and minor in history and sustainability, but that could change.
I'm going to be attending UW next year. Go Dogs.
I'm going to Seattle Pacific University with an intended to major in global development because eventually I want to work for an NGO like World Vision and advocate for people in third world countries. I'm also super musical, so I want to keep teaching piano lessons and stay in my funk band, Brother Groove.
I plan to attend the University of Washington and compete incredibly competitively in intramural sports and just, further my education and I think business. But we'll see, I've got time to decide, right?
So I've never had her for a class, but from working in the music department, I've got to know Mrs. Merwine really well, and she is just an amazing person. Not only is she incredibly musically talented, if you go watch her conduct at one of the orchestra concerts, but she's a really strong and positive leader and just has infinite energy.
One teacher that inspired me in my 4 years in high school, but has really had a big impact on me in these last 2 years is Miss Shota. Bethany, she's a great teacher, but beyond that, she's a great companion and friend, and really relates to her students and with our society. She's made that what it is, today, and I've just had a great time with her as a teacher, and she really sets an example for what other teachers should be like, and just what you should be like as a human, because she's such a positive and just a great person, and I really appreciate spending time with her. She's a great teacher. I can't wait to come back and visit.
So a couple inspiring teachers, Sully and Terrace, that's probably not surprising to a lot of you, but they have had such an impact on me through drama and English and poetry, and I've fallen in love with their personalities and who they are, and they've just changed me and impacted me so much. So I'm really thankful for them, so thank you, and I love you guys. Yay.